I made a video a little while ago called What's in Your House. And this doesn't only pertain to what's in here. What do you have in your hand? God was saying to me as he had me sort these clothes out all over the house because the dryer in this Airbnb does not work and the washing machine is flooding, okay? He had me sort the clothes out. Let me show y'all. I got cabinets open with like clothes hanging over the cabinets. Clothes are like laid out on the table. They everywhere, y'all. But what's in your house? I didn't want to go to the store to go buy no hangers. I was gonna go do that, but my plan was to stay in the house. I didn't want to go nowhere. Because for one, my battery is like acting up in the car. So I ain't feel like doing out the whole jump thing or whatever. So let the car sit. I didn't want to go to Walmart. I didn't want to deal with that. So I'm just like, God, what can I do with these clothes? And this is something that I've done before. Hang them up. Hang them up. I'm like, where am I hang them at? And I'm looking at all these cabinets in this house. Open the cabinets. Hang it over the cabinet. Hang it over the chairs. Hang it. I got one on my ring light right there. But use what you have. Another thing that God is working on me about in this season is improvising, using what you have. You already have everything you need in here and physically. Okay, you got everything you need to do what I ask you to do, to follow my instructions. If he's asked you to pick up the phone and make a video, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have perfect light. Turn on a light in the house and stop making excuses. The ring light don't even matter. Turn on the light in the house and make a video. I literally got y'all sitting on the sink right now. Sitting on the sink. Okay, make a video. Talk about what it is that God is helping you through, what it is that he's working on you. How do I say that? Working on within you. That's it. Thank you, Holy Spirit. No, but just talk about it. Okay, what's in your house? Tell your testimony. What is God doing for you in your life right now? What is he teaching you right now in this season? Because a lot of us are going through similar situations, but everybody doesn't have the same viewpoint, the same perspective. That's another thing that he's doing with me, is shifting my perspective on everything. Everything eventually works out for your good. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. You just got to be able to see the good in the situation. When I went through that this morning with the washing machine and the dryer, I had to really take a step back and think, God, what are you trying to teach me? What are you showing me? Why is this happening? And this was literally right after I sat down. I was sitting down. I just had got done with my word, just got done studying and exegeting text and all that kind of stuff out of the Bible. And I said, God, how would you have me serve your people today? What are you trying to teach? I mean, what do you want me to say to your people today? How do you want me to serve your people? And lo and behold, that's when I started hearing the water coming out of the washing machine. I opened the washroom door and water is all over the floor. So in that very moment, I didn't realize that was God answering me right then. If I would have got frustrated and let it make me upset or something, I wouldn't have gotten the wisdom out of that situation. But I was able to take a step back and realize that I just had got done asking God, what is it he wants me to deliver to his people today? How do you want me to serve your people? I literally just had asked him that. And that's when I heard the washing machine just leaking. And that's when I made my previous video about the washing machine, about you being bigger than the situation. But now it's just like something else is coming from it. There's always so many different fruits coming from the lessons that God teaches us. But he brought back to my memory the What's in Your House video. What do you have? What can you use without going to go buy something extra? Without going to go, without thinking you need to be qualified. Okay, what do you already have in you that you can use to glorify God that you think is small? You probably done overlooked it. I want you to really take a step back and ask God, what is it that I can use in this moment? In a moment where maybe like in a moment where you don't think you are qualified, or you don't think you have enough, you don't think you have the right tools, the right equipment, ask God, what can you use? Ask him, what are you teaching me right now? Instead of getting frustrated, angry, instead of letting it get you down in the dumps, just really take a step back and ask him that question. And he's going to reveal to you what it is that he's trying to show you in that moment. And when you start to do this, when you begin to do this, the more you do it, the less you'll find yourself angry, frustrated, annoyed. You know, the more you'll be able to be rejoiceful, happy. Is rejoiceful a word? I try to say joyful. Anyway, you'll be able to worship in the moment. You'll be able to glorify God in the moment. God, I thank you, because I know that this is a learning lesson. But what are you teaching me right now? Even if you don't know what he's teaching you, just say, I thank you for this lesson right now. But what is it that you're teaching me? He's going to show you. He's going to show you exactly what it is that he's teaching you. But I had to improvise. Instead of going to the store to spend extra money, to spend money on hangers, to hang clothes up. Why not just turn the spin cycle on to wring out all the water out of the clothes? They still going to be damp. Take them out, hang them in the house. They will eventually dry. That way, I ain't got to spend no money. I ain't got to move my car to go nowhere. I ain't got to waste no gas. I get to stay home, because that was the plan altogether. We make unnecessary moves, when it comes to finances too. Things that we really don't need. And that's another thing that God is working on within me, is my finances, learning how to manage my finances and not have to spend money on unnecessary stuff. So, yeah, that's good. But we have to utilize what we already have. Use what we already have, so that we're not, making excuses as to why we can't be obedient to God. He wants us to use what we have in here. And not only in here, but when you're at home and some kind of mishap happens, such as the washing machine running over, improvise. Ask God to give you the wisdom in the situation and how you can handle it without having to spend money. He's going to show you. How can you be obedient? How can you go create that content without thinking you need a camera or all that fancy equipment? You got an expensive $1,200 to $1,500 phone in your hand. Put it to use. It need to be making money for you. Okay? You can use that to glorify God. You can use that phone to be obedient to what God told you to do. And so I just feel like that's a learning lesson, for a lot of us. That's a teachable moment for a lot of us, to use what we have and to not try to justify why we can't do what God asks us to do. You don't need to be qualified, because God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. So even if you don't think you have enough, you have it. You have everything within you that you need to do what it is that he asks you to do. You have everything in your house, your physical house, as well, to do what he told you to do. You just got to take a step back, analyze and look at it and see, what do I actually have? Because a lot of times we make excuses for our disobedience. And I just need you to understand that delayed obedience is still disobedience. So do what God asks you to do. What's in your house? What's in your house in here? What's in your physical house? Take a step back from tough situations and seek wisdom. And you'll get it every single time.